Welcome to the Friendly Geordies podcast. This week, minus Friendly. No, not this week, sorry. This episode, minus Friendly, because as you know, we've been releasing 2 episodes a week, and the next episode will feature Jordan. However, if you are a patron, then the uplates will have Jordan for both of them.
Yeah. We'll be doing another one with Jordan in a day. So
Shawarma FM this time around.
Assalam.
But let's start with the first one. I wish we had Jordan for this. We'll get his views on for the next one on this. But there's a big commotion in the Liberal Party, miss. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of Andrew Hastie?
No.
Andrew Hastie is essentially he's almost the essential leader for the right wing of the Liberal Party.
Okay.
And
is this like what Jordan was saying of like the new Trump or whatever?
Yeah, he is, and so he's a full-on conservative.
Right.
He was against gay marriage, against like climate change, and
Keeping
right
it
now,
real.
so he recently just quit the front bench, which is like the cabinet.
Right.
And his reason for quitting is that he doesn't like the immigration policy that they're about to put forward, which is saying a lot because Liberals aren't famous for a very relaxed one.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine that he has a very MAGA view on this.
Right.
So he's like Australia's version of MAGA. He is what Peter Dutton tried to be for a year.
Yeah.
He is that because he's younger. He used to be in the Australian Army.
By the way, where is Peter Dutton? What's he doing?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Poor guy. He's just disappeared. That's what happens though when you lose.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure he's like just chilling at the moment. Apparently, he's really rich. From his, like,
not surprised.
Investments and shit.
So what? So this guy's now he's started his own party.
No, he's not starting his own party. So the rumors are that he is going to challenge the leadership of Susan Lee. So Susan Lee is the current leader of the Liberal Party and leader of the opposition.
Yes, I have heard that.
She is not of the hard right.
Yeah.
She is, I suppose, a centrist or center right.
Right.
And Andrew Hastie is challenging her based on immigration.
Okay.
So the thing is, right now he's claiming that because he couldn't meet eye to eye with the party's policy on immigration, he's just stepping aside. But every political pundit is saying that that's cue for like he's about to launch a leadership spill.
Right.
And the rumors are, I don't know when you watch this and what happens, but like we're recording this on Monday, the 6th of October, and currently the rumors are that there's going to be a leadership spill tomorrow. I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Shit.
And it will be really, really interesting. So this guy, apparently his dad was, his mom's a teacher.
Right.
And from his mom's side, he comes from like veterans.
Yeah.
And his dad was a pastor. Funnily enough, his dad was the pastor who set up the first church of his denomination for Mandarin speakers.
Really?
So I'm guessing he wanted to get like as many people into the Christian fold.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know what his views were, but like that's what he's kind of known for, which is an admirable thing, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
It's a cool thing. But anyways, so from what I've read, Hastie kind of rebelled against his family background of the religiosity and was kind of very secular.
Yeah.
Growing up. But then he found his faith again, and now he's full on Christian.
Yeah.
He also went to uni and then went to the army, and he was sort of the one detail that I know about his military career was that there was a controversy at one point where they were chopping off hands of the Taliban.
Yeah.
And their excuse was dead people. So they kill a Taliban dude
over where in
Afghanistan.
Oh,
in Afghanistan. So when he was in the military over there.
Yeah.
And then they would just cut off their hands. And we found out that the reason why they were cutting off their hands was because they had to do biometrics to just keep a database. Pre-show callback. But they had to do database for fingerprints and stuff.
Yeah.
But then the Australian military leadership was like, we didn't ask you to cut off their hands to do it. And so then they stopped doing it. And apparently he was the captain, or he was involved in that thing. That's what I know about his military career. I'm sure he's done other stuff that's better.
Right.
And then he quit the military to run for a by-election, and grew up in Ashfield.
Dang.
Originally from the regions, but I think grew up in Ashfield.
Right.
His dad was a pastor in Ashfield.
Random.
Yeah, random. But and now he's in politics and he's like kind of hot-winning and he's
Has he been in for a while? Is it just like he's just kind of like rocked up recently?
No, I think he's
What's
been
his name?
around.
What's his name again? I know. I think
Andrew Hastie.
Okay, yeah.
He's been around, I would say, since like the mid 2000s.
Oh,
he was a
shit.
young buck then.
Okay.
And now it's his turn, dude. Like I think the deal is like if you just stick around long enough, it will eventually be your turn.
He definitely looks the part. He's got that like hardened, like will has committed atrocities overseas, stern army face.
Yeah, I don't know if he has because I don't want to
No,
I don't want to say that, but
I'm
like
not
I
saying-
know that was. I'm not saying that he was the one who caused it, but like he was involved in that, and I'm sure like there was a leadership chain, and maybe he wasn't the main
I'm just
guy.
saying he's
calling
seen
the
some shit.
he's seen some shit. He's seen some shit.
You can tell.
And he's this is the other thing that like I kind of don't like is he is full on like climate change is bullshit.
Yeah. That's it.
He even threatened to quit the Liberal Party
Yeah.
a few years ago, just when Liberal Party was committing to net zero.
Yeah, it kind of
So possibly the idea is that this guy will be the opposition leader,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess long term if he gets elected, we'll have our own Trump as our prime minister.
I mean, look, it is frustrating. It's like I'm definitely up for people, calling into question like the immigration numbers, all that kind of stuff. I think it's like probably not a bad idea, but it's strange to me how it's like it's just the whole sport team sort of like party policy where it's like, it's the whole thing that Jordan's talking about where it's just like you like. Yeah, like SJW shit is annoying, but like, how about we fund Medicare in schools? And also, like, I don't know, man. I was definitely for a while there being like, yeah, a lot of that stuff, the global warming stuff's blown out of proportion, but like, it seems pretty on, onto it now. So it's strange that like these party members, it's like it's checking the list. It's like I also think global warming's a scam, and it's like that's strange to me. I don't know.
And I honestly think like at this point in 2025, if you believe that climate change is a hoax, then either you're like ignorant or you're ill-intentioned. I just don't think that there's any other thing left in that anymore.
Yeah,
like you can argue like how to best deal with that and stuff, but if you're doing what Trump's doing, which is like it's all bullshit, then like that's almost, I don't want to make a moral statement, but that's kind of like evil.
What, the thing of being like it's a hoax?
Yeah, it's a hoax.
I think it's kind of like, what I think of it as like, it's like, okay, if that is really the case, I understand that the fallout of that, there could be like, there's economic, it's a huge demographic change to change your economy to the like green economy, right? I understand that it's like, it's not like nothing. It's like you're changing the fabric of society. So I'm not saying that there's not risks with it. But if the alternative is imminent death, I'm sure it's worth the risk. It's worth the risk. It's like, we were wrong. It is overblown. It's like, well, we still have investments in different forms of energy. I don't know. That's one thing that I definitely have been swayed on over time. And there's a lot of interest. There's a lot of powerful organizations that have interest in denying it. So it's like, I don't know who's actually arguing. I'm not even, maybe some's blown out of proportion, maybe, but who's arguing that it's bullshit? Are there many people that are?
Not many. I feel like a lot of conservatives that want to believe that have found a way to tiptoe around it.
Like even though Jordan Peterson's like dropped off a lot now, he was a guy that, especially early on, I'm like, this guy's like clearly an intelligent guy, but he seems to be of the faction, as well as Joe Rogan, less intelligent, but like I'll whatever. I don't like think he's like terrible. That they seem to think there is evidence to be like, look, there's reports that have shown that like there was contrary information, it was buried, but I need to look into it. But is there also like dark money there that Peterson's getting? I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Do you reckon?
maybe, dude,
Yeah.
I don't know. Dark money could go both ways. Man, you can argue, like, for example, some government official claim that a cyclone was because of climate change, and you can get evidence that it wasn't because of that.
Yeah.
If you look at like isolated events, but like you can't really ignore the trend.
Yeah.
Particularly because like you've already seen effects, man. Like flooding in so many places. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
It's
And
like just temperatures increasing.
Yeah. And I'm not.
And literally islands going under.
Yeah. I'm not the first. I'm not like, I feel like I used to be, more inclined to, I think I wasn't looking at both sides of the argument. And I think recently, pretty much just from my algorithm, probably from Democracy Now! Or some shit, where I've been exposed to different sides of information. And it's like, it seems, unless there is just a cabal of scientists that's like grand plan is to shift the economy to green energy. If that anything short of that, it's like, it seems pretty obvious,
Yeah.
Old mate, by the way, old mate is saying climate change. I see where this is going. He's saying climate change is being used to fearmonger and control the population. And he also also name dropped Nick Fuentes. I think that you've cooked it a bit, dude. You've cooked it a bit. How, like,
dude, that man is so insane.
Chuck this. Who, that dude?
Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
Dude.
He definitely has.
I saw his podcast with PBD. Did you watch it?
No, I did. I don't know.
It's titled "Who is Nick Fuentes?"
I feel like that guy's too cringe for me to watch. He just seems like a little schoolboy.
Dude, he
in
is
his little suit.
He's a bit intense. Like he drops the hard R, like very often. And look, man, like I believe in freedom of speech, but it can be a little bit jarring. Like the hard R.
Wait, I'm trying to read. I think I know which one you're saying.
The N word with a hard R.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
The N word.
Oh, he's dropping that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's
and the F word.
Oh yeah, true. He's just holding it down.
Yeah, look, man, that man is scary, and that's intense. I just pretend he doesn't exist.
I mean,
That's
it's a
how I
little.
deal with that.
In the very least, it's kind of insensitive. I'm not for like policing things, but it's like you don't have to be overtly intense to certain people. You know what I mean?
And dude, and he is so against interracial.
Yeah, that's
he
also quite
wants
intense.
fully white.
Anyways, that's a I don't know. It's a pretty shifty road. I don't know. What does that mean? What does that really mean?
Look, and fortunately for him, I am in an interracial marriage. So I suspect he's not a big fan of me, but I love my wife and I do not want to leave her. So please don't
listen
make
to
me.
him, Ali. You're a traitor. What?
Yeah.
How the hell does
I guess we'll have to move to Pakistan if that happens.
She'd probably love it. How is, in terms of the controlling population, global warming? I don't see what is the argument there that it's like coal, burning coal.
Look, leave the comments.
Yeah.
Who knows? He's referencing Nick Fuentes, so I don't know if it's really worthy of going into nitty gritty of it. But what I will say is like his immigration stuff. Andrew Hastie quitting over immigration. Yeah, I think that's such a flavor of the decade that I think that is perhaps one of those issues that will actually get you a fair bit of support.
What, the immigration thing?
Yeah, for sure.
I think that might, and it's something that like I think that conversation can be had, and there's so many. I think it's a delicate thing because it's kind of like economy versus, I don't know, culture versus, there's many factors. You should be able to have those conversations, definitely. I think it's like anyone that, in the same way, like the right will say, the right saying the left is shutting that down. You know what I mean? It's like, it goes both ways, where it's like the right is saying stuff and like, the left aren't letting us speak. It's like, you should be able to have those conversations.
I feel like everyone's speaking these days.
Everyone's speaking.
Who isn't speaking?
Everyone's letting everyone speak.
Like, I think
especially
we're
in Australia.
over-speaking, really. I mean, if anything.
I mean, there's definitely like like being like what's it called? I forget the word, but just being kind of civil is that's especially in America is like out the window. I don't think we should import that style of politics. It's like, dude, being civil and like having. we're still, people are getting more intense on each side, but I think that there's still like there's some mutual respect here, and there's a general level of, a lot of people still agree on most things, like Medicare, like good public schools, like some sort of public purse, like generally, you know. So I don't think this guy will. Maybe he'll pick. I mean, one nation exists.
Yeah.
How is he any different from One Nation?
Well, that's the thing. That's actually a lot of the criticism from the Liberal Party's center-right faction, which is that you're in the wrong party. You're like One Nation.
Why does he just join them?
Because he wants to be the prime minister and he wants to actually implement his agenda.
Right.
He's never going to become that if he's smart.
Right. I'm going to look
like
into
if you actually believe in that worldview and you want to implement it, then like you have to take over the Liberal Party.
I mean, what's her name? Jacinta Price. Is that her name?
Yeah.
She's definitely like in that realm now too.
Yep. And Andrew Hastie is a big fan for obvious reasons.
And I think, you know, like I said, there's some things that are like, I might even be like, let's hear what they have to say. But like, I'm weary now of how many politicians are in it for themselves, especially kind of emboldened more with like the Trump thing. Because it's like, look, say what you will about Trump, but I think that he's gained a lot from the presidency. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like this idea.
Well, part of it is billions of dollars.
Yeah,
he has doubled.
Yeah.
That was the last figure I checked. He has doubled his net worth since becoming the president his second time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think he has a lot of... Dude, he is no more a real estate developer.
Yeah,
he is... Yeah. First of all, Truth Social is worth like $5 billion apparently.
Really?
I don't know how that happens.
Are people on it?
Well, I'm sure some people are.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And of course, like his dude, this is like the most insane thing ever. And I don't know how this is okay, but his crypto empire now, which is literally something that he has built using his presidency. Like he launched a Trump coin whilst buying like hundreds of billions of dollars worth of crypto, inflating its price for the government. And so he's made billions of dollars based on that.
Yeah,
so
that is wild. I mean, it's not a new thing.
So to say that he's gained from the presidency financially is such an understatement.
And I think it's obviously not a new thing for any politicians to be interested in politics, or just essentially like, you know, lining their pockets and sort of building their own personal persona. But I think that like generally in Australia, that's kind of been looked down on. Like Clive Palmer was just shot down because it's just so obvious.
Yeah, but you know what? I will say this, and like this is a criticism for the other side of politics as well, where we do like Trump doing all of this is essentially insider trading, making profits off of that.
Yeah.
But I wonder how different it is from Nancy Pelosi buying a shit ton of Nvidia stock while signing the CHIPS Act. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to like isolate Trump by just saying like he's the only one. He's obviously doing it on like.
And Pelosi had mad interest in Taiwanese microchips. Like I'm not saying it's just Trump.
Exactly.
It's it's totally. A
but
thing.
like Trump is obviously doing it way more shamelessly.
Yeah.
But you know, the other side has done it as well. Like
it's just strange to me that I would be interested to see if they.
Wait, why are we on Trump? We were like
sorry. What are we talking about?
Last point about Andrew Hastie.
Go.
Because he might be the leader of the opposition soon, so we don't know if this will all be really relevant. Because what I'm trying to tell you is that there are there's risks to this guy doing this. But
so he's basically trying to run to be like I want to take the Liberal Party in this direction. Yeah.
And so the other thing that he's really famous for is that he is one of the biggest hawks on China.
Yeah. But also that seems hand in hand, right? With a lot of that
it kind of does. But like, you know, I think he is hawkish on China to the extent where he's willing to like compromise like Australian economic progress on basis of that China's threat is too intense.
I mean, that's what ScoMo was doing.
Yeah,
No?
but he was like all talk. He was full of shit. He was doing that to impress the Americans. But as soon as like the Chinese would ban coal, and he would freak out and he'd just like go to Biden and just be like, but they did this to us. Can you like say he was?
Right.
He was trying to like
So he was
have his
just-
cake and eat it too.
Gotcha. But you reckon this guy's going to be pretty much like, no, I want to.
Well, judging based on, but he's never been in that sort of position where we would have this impression that he's a talk as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but like judging by his beliefs and what he said so far, I think he is all in for World War III with China.
Shit.
Which I suppose would be really I don't know if Trump at the moment is looking for someone in Australia to be super against China, particularly because he is negotiating with China at the moment.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really want to antagonize them too much. But I can imagine a scenario where that all phase out and then U.S. and China again are on a full-on collisionary course.
Yeah.
Where the U.S. would support Hastie a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, Sky News is going to love him.
Yeah, they're gonna love him. They already love him.
Yeah,
they're already hoping that the leadership spill happens.
Yeah,
because he would be amazing for ratings for the media. Because we'll get our own Trump.
Yeah, but he's surely he doesn't have like the personality to back it.
No, he doesn't have the personality, but he has the policy positions.
Yeah.
For and to be fair, it would be in terms of media. It's not just that it'll be great for Sky News. It'll also be great for
people.
The other side, like us, for example.
What do you mean?
I think people, if he becomes a leader, people would be way more interested in seeing hearing what he's up to,
right?
As opposed to like some meek, centrist politician if they were the prime minister.
Yeah, I don't. Again, I honestly think like let's make politics boring again.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
I'm just
I
like
agree. I'm willing to compromise on views.
I mean, yeah, dude. Views. It's like there's plenty.
This is an unpopular position.
Yeah.
Country comes first.
Yeah, and that shit like a true Australian, mate.
Mm-hmm.
True Australian.
Quite controversial these days, but that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, look, I don't know. I'm not sure what is going to happen there. But are we going to find out soon? Is that the deal?
Yeah, well, the rumors are that we might find out tomorrow. And that's actually part of the reason why I thought maybe Jordan should be here for the next one.
Yeah.
Because we could get his take on this. And I think he was willing to do this podcast if, even though he had some work to do.
Yeah.
But I thought like, okay, we'll get you on the next one because by that point we'll have a clearer picture if he's coming in. Because he'd obviously know a lot more about the inner workings of it than I do.
We're doing more pods. So it's like we're going to be doing another one with Jordan. But
yeah, that's right.
yes.
All right. Well, that's that. So this is a developing story. We'll talk about it further.
I got to lock into question time. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I love question time, dude. I got to lock in again. It's the best. It's like the cricket. Just having something on in the background, chilling. Question time is the cricket for politics.
Yeah, it's like just
Do you ever
while
watch
you're
it?
cooking, you can watch it.
Yeah,
in
it's
the background.
mad. It's just like it's like
Yeah,
sometimes
dude.
you just wanna, like,
Sometimes.
because what I like too is like it still has this sort of like democracy thing of like, I mean, that's what it is. It's like battling out ideas and sledging each other and like it and not in a like overtly insane way like in America where it's just like you're a bitch, it's like maybe you should change those eyelashes, they're too long. It's like it's still like based on sort of like a political, it's not personal attacks as much. So it'll be cool. Yeah, anyway, I'm keen for that.
Yeah, me too. All right, let's switch to, so that's a developing story. We'll talk about it further on, but here's another thing that happened. Do you remember Mark Latham and his beef with his ex?
Yeah, shit.
Dude, apparently she's in legal trouble because she released intimate. So this is like opposite revenge porn kind of thing, where his ex-girlfriend shared intimate photos. I mean, man, I don't know. And I'm guessing to like embarrass him or something or whatever. But and so she's currently on bail. And she's facing charges.
Wait, for that?
For that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because, it is.
That's illegal, I assume.
Oh, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
In most cases, it's the other way around. It's like,
yeah, right.
Like, incels or ex-boyfriends that feel like, their ego's been hurt because their girlfriend dumped them. And then they might have like, intimate photos, revenge porn.
Yeah.
It is. They've introduced like seriously intense legislations against that.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. It's kind of, it can ruin something.
Oh, absolutely. It's fair.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, so
no one wants to see those photos. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think a single person will even look at them. But so she's been released on bail.
Yeah.
Does that mean she was in prison?
Well, yes. Well, she's not in prison, but she was in lockup kind of thing. So, independent MP Mark Latham's ex-partner, Natalie Matthews, has been granted bail after being accused of sharing intimate images without consent.
Hectic.
Miss Matthews was arrested on Sunday morning after arriving on a flight from Dubai at Sydney Airport.
Dubai?
Yeah, dude. Just something about that destination. Either you're a bowler or you're a seedy person.
It's like
one of the two.
And they can go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Dubai, far out.
She's been charged with assessing or modifying restricted data held in a computer, intentionally recording intimate images without consent, intentionally distributing intimate images without consent.
Yeah, right.
Speaking at Parramatta local court on Monday, her lawyer Daniel Walkin said she did not see the arrest coming. Of course not. She wouldn't have seen it coming. She was distraught, of course. It's not something welcoming. You're coming home to find yourself arrested. Anyway, so that's what's happening there.
I mean, that's...
Hey, a question.
Go.
I completely understand with like revenge porn and how girlfriends and that can be used as a tactic. If an ex of yours released intimate images of you without consent, what would be your course of action? Are you going to the cops or are you just going to be like, I don't give a shit?
How intimate? Like how intimate?
Well, intimate, you know. Like I mean, your version of... Do you remember Pamela Anderson's sex tape?
Yeah.
From like early...
Oh, I've watched it. I was a young man
yes, I remember. That was a very famous video in at school.
What would I do? I mean, I don't know, man. I would...
Because you got to understand, like, the consequence of that is...
What
like,
is the consequence of that?
Well,
Apart
for
from
her, well, she could go to prison.
Yeah, true.
Right? And now, as much as I would hate it, I don't know if my goods are, like, worthy enough to send someone to jail for.
I don't know if I would. I would probably try to, like... My general thing would be, like, trying to settle something, like, personally. Like, one-on-one, be like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
But it wouldn't... Sure. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't... The thing is, like, in terms of, like, the thing that's weird is, dude, think about OnlyFans. People are doing that willingly.
Yeah, but,
so, like,
do you agree with this?
It's wrong, but I would be like, dude, this is kind of not cool. But then if it was, like, a continuous thing, I'd be like, I think the only thing to do is to try to go to the cops. Like, this person keeps doing. But
you have to agree that the stigma of, like, these kind of photos and stuff is way more intense for women than it is for men.
Yeah, I think men are just like...
Men are more shameless.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, I think society, like...
Yeah, they're hard.
They're so much harsher to women. It's like men... I remember like one of my friends telling me...
Men are hornbags. Yeah. They're just like, meh.
This doesn't necessarily apply for Australia as much, but one of my Pakistani friends, she was telling me that, you know, if we get divorced, like with her, whatever, issues, blah, blah, only like women get divorced. Men don't get divorced.
What do you mean?
Because if I get divorced, everyone's asking me, why didn't you make it work? What happened? They're all asking me questions. Yeah. Why did he leave you?
Oh, right.
They don't ask the guys that sort of questions.
Maybe,
look, I haven't been through this experience, but I get that, particularly in Pakistan. Maybe Australia is different, obviously.
There would be more of that. I mean, I don't think it's as much here, but yeah, I get what you're saying. But definitely in terms of like the revenge porn thing, I think it would be harder for women because it just be kind of like, it's like
that's also
slut,
like almost a dominance thing where like you think you can get away where like I've still got you. So that
like for a guy, it's kind of funnier. It's a different thing. It's like if it happens to a guy, it's kind of like I think it would be slightly. It depends, but it would be slightly less of this instant sort of like intense shame where you could be like, you'd probably be like, oh, true, and then you'd be like, okay, stop now. Like this is a bit much, but I think it might be less life ruining. Maybe that's why I say that now because it hasn't happened to me.
Look, maybe because again, for me, the most worrying thing would be my parents seeing that stuff, right?
Dude, that would be.
But other than that, Other than that, honestly,
that would be the worst.
I don't know. Like, I would still be very annoyed.
I'd be like annoyed.
Yeah, but like if my parents and that would be very shameful.
You know what? You know what I think it is though different. Like, why it's different in a way. If you compare it, I would be less ashamed about that happening to me, and way more ashamed if I knowingly decided to be like, I'm gonna do OnlyFans or something like that, and then that leaks, because it's like that's different in many ways, because it's like basically you knowingly did it and you were almost you were doing it intentionally to publish, and then people come and be like, I can see this and this is like full on, and it's like you knowingly did this, then it's just like, oh Jesus Christ. Whereas if someone leaks something, it's kind of like, I didn't want this to be out there. I think socially there's less of a stigma. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I also think like, do you think it's like, is it kind of crazy to you that like people will release OnlyFans and then it's just, you can't take shit off the internet. It's there.
Well, I mean, obviously, and I'm
like, that's kind of, and you have kind of crazy.
You have like instances of where people regret it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, it's really common for porn stars. Not all porn stars go through this, but quite a few would go through this, where they were like full on with the lifestyle, how this is great, I'm a boss bitch, and like, how much money I have. And then like they start regretting it. So like the example, Mia Khalifa, Lana Rhodes, and it impacts their life badly because you just carry on with that stigma. And the thing is,
it's
guys,
always there. It's always there, and it's like, it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of strange because like everyone does that, but it's like, it's just such a visceral thing to be immediately available everywhere in an instant.
But like the thing is, it would be so enticing. You're not hot, so you look at like, oh, if I made OnlyFans, well, I can give up $200 a month.
Yeah.
These women could earn.
Hey, I speak for yourself. No, I'm kidding. Go on.
Let's admit it.
I'm no Lana
Your
Rhodes.
earning potential is less than Mia Khalifa.
I think, especially,
So it's
basically
like
nothing.
hundreds of thousands of dollars a month.
I know, but fuck.
It's such a difficult choice for a 20-year-old to make.
Yeah, but this is,
they're kids. They're like, remember when I was 19? Dude, my God,
literally a child.
Yeah, exactly. Right, and so like then you're given this option of like, do you want like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month?
Yes, I do.
Or do you want to protect this like weird image that you may have in the future?
Exactly.
Where, like, it's such a difficult choice.
We're in a very strange, I was thinking about this today. We're in a very strange time now where it's like, there's like normal jobs, which that slither of jobs is getting smaller and smaller. And the thing that is ever expanding is this vague ecosystem of like content creator / porn star that is just, that's where all the money is. And I honestly feel like it seems like the future is just going to be this bizarre thing of like Michael Jackson AI videos, and then like people, and maybe predominantly girls, or like people just doing OnlyFans or porn and stuff, because it's like there's so much money, and then there is less of a stigma. Part of me is like, you go girl, get that bank, but then part of me is kind of just like, I don't know if this is going to be good for like society. I think it's going to be bad.
Well, I actually don't care about society as much, because you can't really put the onus of societal ills on one person.
But there's a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's like a society problem. I get it. I'm not saying that it's irrelevant, but I just don't want to put it on like an individual porn star.
No.
She's not responsible for society decaying.
Of course not.
But I do wonder whether they themselves would be very thrilled about this in the future. Now, you do have examples of porn stars that are completely like, those old MILFs.
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah, they love it. And and they've made money, and they're now producers. So there are like fairy tales as well. Or at least they claim. I don't know what's going on. But, I have no reason to like feel that they're lying.
I think
anything.
like, I don't know the answer here, but to like normalize that content on such a, because there was also this this is another thing, there's a Canadian chick who was doing OnlyFans, and there was a collaboration she did with like a very mainstream makeup brand, and it was like a promotion, like whole thing, and then there was a lot of people being like, this isn't a healthy thing to have a OnlyFans star promoting makeup for teenagers, and that's what's happening. So it's becoming very normalized, and it's just,
but
maybe it's inevitable.
I don't like that, because like, again, you're putting it on one porn star.
Yeah, but it's still,
and it's not an individual's fault.
I mean,
it's not
it
like
can
she's.
be.
Sometimes you put like all of your. No, it's
Yeah.
not on
You don't
individuals. She's not the only one doing it.
Okay,
and
fine,
also.
sure.
If someone's making porn, there's
Yeah.
like way more people consuming it.
I mean,
how are they not responsible for it?
That's very true.
So like,
too. That's very
I hate
true
when
too.
like people
That's
like
true,
pinpoint
that's true.
specific campaigns
No,
and just
that's a
like
good
bully
point.
some girl
No,
as if she's the reason.
You do have a good point. It's like the people saying that everyone's watching.
Everyone's watching it. We've watched porn. So
Yeah,
like,
of course.
how are we in any position to judge?
It's true, but it's just a strange trend. It's like, where is this? Because even like that Mia Khalifa chick, she was actually on TAFs recently, like Adam
okay.
Freeland's
Yeah,
show,
yeah, yeah.
and like I was,
I saw a bit of that.
yeah,
actually.
yeah. And I was thinking about it, and it's like, okay, she hated her career. I mean, sorry, well, after the fact, she's decided that she hated her career. She hated what she did, but irrelevant of that, the reality is she still now has a career because of that. Like you could argue
That's true, and that's the
now
bargain.
exactly.
That's the bargain with the
like,
devil.
And now she's going on podcasts and stuff saying how bad it was, but it's like that's still the product. You're still talking about that. You're just talking about how bad it was. So it's kind of like it's adjacent to that. It's just like you're still doing it. You're just it's a different way. You're just condemning it. You know, it's like someone who used to be in Hamas or something. It's just like that guy who goes around being like Hamas is really his job is traveling the world talking about how bad Hamas is, and it's like it's still the same thing. You know, so like. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
it's a toughie.
but
you
yeah,
know?
man, if someone was like,
Do you think it's like the cost of individual freedom? If we're gonna talk about freedom, and everyone has a right to pursue, then like that's the cost of it. It's a bit of a Charlie Kirk
you know what?
thing of like,
You know what? I'm gonna say, and our extremely anti-authoritarian little chat contributor here will probably disagree, but I think that you're right. But it's like sometimes the ultimate freedom is I don't know if it's not worth it. It's a bad thing. There are limits. It's like decorum.
how can you say that as a Western man, and I'm the one like.
Because I'm seeing what's happening to the world. It's like misinformation. It's the same thing with misinformation. It's like it's gonna start civil wars. So like,
misinformation is different from like
it is, but it's not in principle.
and by the way, this this issue is as old as time.
Yeah.
Like prostitutes were always looked at as like the evil and blah blah blah.
True,
so this is
true.
I almost think
I'm
like
not
sometimes
saying
it's
that,
like an
but-
easy
I know. Look,
thing to say.
I respect
you know?
that's your take, but I just it's kind of like the thing of like, and it's a shit example, but like the thing of like decorum in the place of like even Trump starting to just swear. I'm not even going to swear now because it's Twitch and we have to beep it out. But the whole thing of like taking that level of office to a really different style of like language, where it's just like talking like a tradie from Queens. I think it's a similar thing with, you know, I don't know. I think it's a tricky one because it's like there is going to be a net negative on society. It is going to deteriorate things. It will. It just will. I think. And so if it's just like no holds barred, just do whatever you want, make it completely mainstream, I think it's going to have pretty net negative effects. Even in terms of like monogamy, having children, like if it becomes completely transactional and sex is just like buying pizza, which it kind of is coming towards. It's like I think there should be some kind of limits. I think it's like if it's.
I agree with you in the sense that I agree with your diagnosis.
How do you police
necessarily.
it? Yeah.
But I don't think we have the right to police it. That's what I'm arguing.
Maybe, but what if?
But like they have to live with that. So like if I know it sucks,
No,
but like
I
if
get
a
what you're saying.
19-year-old, we've deemed 18 as that age where you're allowed to screw yourself if that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
And so one could argue like, oh, 18's too young for that, and that's a discussion that one could have. But since we've made that the age, I think you are allowed to do this. I know it's bad for society.
Yeah.
But but the cost is that you have to live with that. Now Mia Khalifa has to live with that.
I suppose
choice.
that is a huge choice on their end, and maybe that's enough of a thing. But like, if the trend is that like that, we talk about this all the time, like especially in the West, it's like a content creator is now seen as like, that's what my number one job is as well. It's like someone wants to just do that. And I get it. I mean, I'd be a huge hypocrite to be like, be an architect, but it's like we do still need architects. We still need doctors. We still need town planners and stuff. And it's like I feel kind of guilty. I'm not being like this is the cheeky like. I feel guilty having not
what
being
we
like
can
that.
do is like we collectively as a society, I think this is a non-controversial opinion that like we need architects more than OnlyFans.
I think so.
We get that. And so as a society, we can encourage that.
Totally.
We can tell kids, give them a moral compass.
It's not It's not working.
It's not happening, but that's all we can do. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how. I just feel like it's a slippery slope to authoritarianism if you start policing that sort of stuff.
That's true too, but yeah, no, that is true. I just don't. It's kind of, I don't know. I think Australia has a bit more of a collective idea of like its identity, and maybe like more of what's seen as like a moral compass or something. Whereas in America, it's just like, I'm assuming it's a thing of just like making money is the only thing, and I just wouldn't want to necessarily see that here. But how if I was like that should be police, I'm like how I wouldn't have a clue to what extent. I mean. Maybe it is a thing of like ultimate freedom and let it be, or like some. I get, but it's like a moral conundrum. It's hard. It's hard.
And I think like everyone has to. But like, look. Speaking of things we don't want to import from the U.S., did you hear about the Croydon Park shooting?
Was that the synagogue?
No. That was in Manchester.
Oh, sorry, Croydon.
But at least,
Park.
but this is first of all, Croydon in Sydney. In Sydney.
No, I didn't hear that.
You
Croydon.
hear this?
No.
Dude, so there's a random guy. I think he's in his 50s.
Oh my god.
He took out an assault weapon. I don't know how he has it.
How the fuck did I miss
But do you know what he
this?
did?
No, I had no idea.
He started shooting at random cars that were going on the street.
No.
He shot close to, they say between 50 to 100 bullets. Miraculously, no one died. A lot of people got shot, by the way. Because it came through like...
I've just looked at this now. I had no idea 14 hours ago.
The guy had no history of mental health issues.
What?
Just like US style insane shootout.
Okay, so we just are America. All right, I give up. We just are America.
It's so insane. It freaked me out so much.
This has not been heard of.
First of all,
in
why does he
Australia.
have an assault weapon? Can someone explain that to me? How does that happen in...
I have no idea. Man arrested after 50 shots fired from Sydney into the street, injuring 16.
Yeah.
Okay,
And the scariest thing about that
I have
is...
so many questions.
Well, none of those questions are. The scariest thing is the police don't know the motivation.
Is this just like a rogue dude where it's like blip in the Matrix, had no mental health, just was really bored?
Well, he clearly had mental health issues.
Yeah, true.
Because like if you're shooting people at random...
Dude, also another example, not to live too far in the inner west. Keep it up towards Newtown. This is why I'm not going to live in Ashfield.
Yeah,
or
it's
Croydon.
also like, well, Croydon Park, dude, is like...
Is that like...
It's a suburb where like young people are like moving to. It's
Oh, really?
It's not...
Yes. No, it's not like Bankstown.
Yeah, dude, it's not. And it's...
Dude, this is insane. What's his name?
Well, I don't know.
He's Greek.
They
I
haven't
think.
released his name
No,
yet.
they have.
Well, what's his name?
Artemis Minsis. I think is that Greek?
Well, the one bit of relief is that he's not Muslim. So that's good.
every time you just like hold your breath, like as you read the name, and then just like, whoo.
Dude, like when I saw that Manchester shootout, and I was like, please don't be. And then I saw his face. I was like, all right, this one's.
This is not looking good.
This is not
that one, dude. That shooting was crazy, man.
Man.
I mean, not shooting. Whatever he did.
Yeah, he did.
He had a
but
gun.
actually, one of the people they released, the police in UK released that 2 people died, right?
Yeah, but they were shot by the police apparently.
One of them was shot by the police. So this guy killed.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a man bonus. But either way, man, it's just it's.
But dude, another argument to say like London is cooked. Like that is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty intense. I like Gaza has really politicized everyone now, and like there's a big. His first name was Jihad. Like that was his name. It's like, dude, are you kidding me? Well, but this is
namesake.
This is insane. This is what the holy. Look at this. There's shots. He's shot out a bus.
Well, it looks like he shot your fucking laptop as well. Can you show them?
Yeah, dude, stray bullets, hard stray bullets. My laptop is... This is what happens when you sit on a laptop, ladies and gentlemen.
This is what happens when you cancel your Patreon membership,
Hey,
okay?
also, by the way, shout out to these boys. Can they see it?
Shady nasty.
Shady. Awesome performance the other day. But yeah, don't... What did you say? This is the result of what?
Them unsubscribing from Patreon. That's what happens.
Yeah, please subscribe. look at this sad, sad man. I was in the bath and I sat on my laptop. I need to get a new one. It's pathetic. But dude, this is insane. How is no one?
Well, I don't know. I saw it and I was like pretty
About
freaked out.
shots, dude. People are gonna,
50 to 100.
dude. People are gonna have.
This guy was
PTSD.
going full on GTA.
It's a miracle.
Dude,
no
I've
one
done
died.
this on GTA. I know.
So everyone has.
It's like,
Dude, I'm gonna send this to my mate who I play GTA with. He's just gonna be like, "What the hell, dude? That is really intense." But like, how did no? It's a miracle no one died.
it is truly a miracle. Thank God for that.
Oh my god. I think where is it, George? Dude, it's Croydon Park. Yeah, this is close to me even.
Yeah, dude. It is.
It's like closer to me than Parramatta. Alleged identified. What? Dude, I am going to be dying to find out what his reason was. Like that,
Oh, man.
and not that.
What if there's no reason? Because if there's no reason,
That's the best reason.
no, dude, that's the scariest one. It
What are
means
you
like,
talking about? That means like he was just it's a blip in the. There's no explanation.
yeah, but that also means there's more of them that could just like
Maybe.
it's like that thing with like the Ukrainian woman that got killed on the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
dude,
was-
no reason scares me a lot
That's-
more than a
that's-
reason, because a reason is something that you can work around.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, hey. He's a Bulldogs fan.
Go the dogs.
That's another strike on the doggy's name. I'm not too surprised there, dude. I think he's Greek. What?
Look, man, it doesn't matter who he is. Can we stop doing that?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. The man who allegedly filed, but he's a 60-year-old Bulldogs fan. The alleged gunman of a Sydney shooting had no known mental health history. Dude, okay, if you're right, if this was just completely out of nowhere, it's like, why? How did you get the gun? Why? What is
Yeah.
your gripe? Like,
Apparently, it was an illegal gun as well. Like it wasn't.
yeah,
Like he
well,
wasn't the owner of it.
I'm not surprised because getting an automatic like assault rifle is not easy. I would say
Dude,
basically
that's what I thought. But then, like comments, we made a video, I think around Charlie Kirk, where a lot of people in the comments were
I
saying,
need to hit. This is scary.
a lot of people in the comments were saying that apparently it's not that hard to get rifles in Australia. That's news to me.
Well,
I thought it was
know-
hard
It depends how you
or
define.
impossible.
I know, like it depends how you define hard. I know that you can get like a rifle if you. It's like.
If you live on a property like in the country. or
Well,
something.
no, there's still, from my knowledge, there's but there's still a thing of like you have to apply for your license for the license. There's like they need heaps of points of ID. You need to do the test, then you have to wait, and you have to get it again, and also it has to be. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but from what I understand, in Australia, it has to live in a like locked safe that you only have,
Yeah.
which is what does that really
And I
mean?
think like the bullets are supposed to be, but that just means that,
That
you're
doesn't
not
mean-
going to shoot yourself by mistake. It doesn't mean that if you have a
Absolutely.
crazy
totally, it doesn't mean anything.
trauma, you're
mean,
gonna like.
It doesn't mean anything
Yeah.
really, but like, where did he even get that gun? I mean, look, you can get that stuff, I suppose, but like, dude, this is insane. Like, what? I don't know what this really means. This is very strange. This is like basically made me just completely nullify all the stuff I said about like shooting is
Dude, you
nothing like
remember-
America. Australia is its own thing. It's like, no, it's literally the same.
Mister, you remember like post 9/11 when Islamic terrorist attacks were taking place everywhere?
London bombing, Spain,
all of that. Like
yeah.
the idea of people killing random civilians was such a freaky concept that you could only justify it by saying like, oh, this isn't an ideology from a cave.
Yeah.
Like anything else was just too much to handle.
Yeah.
Right. And we sort of comforted our, like, I don't know, like people comforted themselves by saying like, okay, there's like a bunch of people that live in like caves that have a crazy worldview and they are the only ones capable of doing this. And now we live in a world where like, it just could be anyone.
Yeah.
It could be some dude living in the inner west.
So bizarre.
You don't have to live in the caves of Afghanistan to do this.
I mean, I do still remember that time when, like, that period. I mean, I was really young, but I do remember there was this feeling even then where it was just like, I don't really want to travel on public transport. I don't like that was a vibe, but then that sort of, from my understanding, for a very long time, pretty much most of my life, that dissipated. That wasn't a thing. It was like, especially in Australia, it was like it's extremely safe. Like, I mean, really, you know, you, especially as like a bloke, you could pretty much, you know, you can get unlucky and you could run into someone late at night, but it was generally pretty safe. But like, this is very like unheard of. That's really bizarre. Really bizarre. Like, I'm gonna be watching this tentatively to see, like, I'm not saying like finding out the details is gonna make more sense, but maybe a little bit. Like, was he? How? So he hit people with bullets, but then no one died.
Yeah, like no, he shot people in the neck and stuff. Luckily, they survived. No, just people in the hospital that like almost died. So it's like it's truly a miracle that no one died.
Has Albo done like a press thing?
I don't think so. I think Chris Minns talked about it.
Was this yesterday? It said 14
I believe
hours
so.
ago.
I believe so. Yes.
Dude, that's really crazy, man. I don't know. That's really bizarre. I'm shocked and appalled. Like literally, I'm shocked. Are you shocked? That's shocking.
Yeah. Well, first I thought this was like, you know, when I first read the headline, I genuinely thought it was like somewhere overseas.
Yeah.
Because it said Croydon. And I was like, well, Croydon could be anywhere, you know. But then like when I started looking, I was like, oh my God, dude, this not only was this in Sydney, this was like in the inner west. And that's when I was wondering, like, how is this not big news?
It is now. Listen to this. It is incredible no one has died or received serious injuries because of this. In my 35 years in the police, there's been very few instances of this nature where someone is firing randomly, targeting people in the street, driving past in vehicles. What, dude?
Oh, dude, can you imagine getting shot in Croydon?
No, I can't. And like the thing is, like, I think I was looking for like some sort of really famous kebab place out there that I was thinking of seeing, like driving to at some point.
And dude, this also proves the debate of what is inner west. Dude, Croydon is west.
Finalized. It is like that book is closed.
Yeah, like how that inner west kept expanding.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, this incident has really
absolutely. It is like there's a hard line there. Let's be real. Ashfield's in that line now too. Far out, dude. Now you're rethinking it. You're just like all this time. You're just like, it's great, man. The West is sick. It's safe.
No, I still think it is. I would like to believe that this guy was just...
I mean, dude, you know what did happen? There was, I think this was like around what was, adjacent to Jordan, but there was some like, it seems to be in Sydney, the only murders, it's like gang affiliated. And there was one instance where there was 2 shootings. Three, I think. One was out west. One was like in the city, and then one was in North Sydney, and it was a gang like hit on another rival gang.
But that's like gangland stuff. Yeah.
But the guy died in North Sydney, like got shot in the head, and it's like,
dude, apparently that happens. Like, dude, people get killed in Bondi all the time, but that's always like gang related stuff.
But even to me, that's scary.
It is, but it is less scary because, like, dude, I'm not in the drug world, so
exactly.
I'd have to be like really unlucky to get into a crossfire.
Yeah,
but, like, I'm not being targeted.
But that was a thing that was always like present around Sydney, where it's like that's a thing. But I suppose every big city has that. I mean, it does.
Yeah, every big city would have that.
Yeah.
You would get like periods where it's a bit more intense.
Yeah.
And then like you'd have periods where it's less. But usually the idea, even for those criminals, they don't want to get randoms involved.
Because it's like not in their interest.
Because it's almost like even the cops don't mind criminals killing each other.
I suppose so.
It's only when they start like killing like random, like just civilians is when the cops, I'd like to believe,
I think so,
get like a bit more intense.
Yeah.
And I feel like those obviously you don't want like, killings and that, but like that's part of their trade. Like if you're going to live on the edge like that, then like you also should be.
That's true.
Like that.
No, of course.
Exists.
It's part and part. It's like you get involved.
But it's like but that does not apply to like random people driving in Croydon and just getting shot in the neck.
No, this is like this. It's insane. This is like I'm really wouldn't have been surprised in Melbourne, but this is Sydney for God's sakes. Like
actually, that's kind of true, dude. Melbourne's
popping off more.
Melbourne,
but it kind of suits Melbourne. Melbourne's more like street.
It's London, baby.
Yeah, it's more like that London vibes. But like this is, I feel like I'm looking at the cars shot out. The Jimny as well. It's a good car. Wow. I mean, look, this is
suits
crazy.
Melbourne.
Bang! It suits Melbourne. Someone just thought it was fire. Jesus.
All right, miss.
What's he gonna? Just before we move on, what's he? Is that attempted murder? Yes, obviously.
Oh yeah, dude.
So he's
100%.
So he's
It's manslaughter.
life in prison now.
Yeah, he should be going in for a fair while. I mean, if he had killed someone, he'd probably be going in for like life imprisonment.
I thought it'd be the same sentence because it's an attempted murder. That matters if you actually do kill someone?
I mean, then it becomes a murder charge as opposed to manslaughter.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean he's gonna like be in. Like, he's not gonna get a P Diddy 4-year chill sentence.
Nah.
He's gonna be in there for like a long time.
That's so wild.
A decade or so at least, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
But either way, dude, like I don't know how safe it would be to just release this person even after 10 years.
Yeah.
So
Look,
maybe his parole would be a bit more difficult to get.
I mean, this has to be like one of these like soul searching like moments. Like what? I mean, or I mean, look, I'm still of the thing of like if it's completely unmotivated and random, that's better than having some affiliation.
Yeah. But it just makes more sense that way. I kind of understand that where it's almost better. That means like, there isn't like a movement.
Yeah. Here's a quick question.
But at least it makes sense when there's a motivation.
Do you think society is getting is getting more mental, or is it just because information is so readily available, it's something that we're viewing more? I mean, this is just straight up.
It's all because of OnlyFans.
Case closed.
But either way, I don't know if that's completely. I mean, I'm not saying OnlyFans, but I think part of it is I know people say like economic conditions do all of this, and all of that is true. Look, as an ex-Marxist, I completely understand how economic conditions play a role in this.
Yeah.
But I think it's also like societal reasons of like just the family structure breaking down.
So you think
There's
that's
like
part of it?
I think it's mostly like there's no like societal net anymore.
Yeah, that's
it
not
used to be
good.
like if you fucked up, there would be like your parents, your family that would do, and then like the wider community, your neighbors knew you, and and now it's just like we live in this like such a weird isolated world where everyone has mental health issues.
Yeah, I think it's not helping this like being like even the Charlie Kirk shooter apparently was like mad, like just incel gamer or something. I don't know. Is there any more information on him? I don't think he's talking, but yeah, like
incel gamer sounds right though.
It's not a good thing. But this dude does not fit the mold,
and he's also old as well. Like usually, if you're young, you make moves that are idiotic like this.
Yeah,
clearly he was going through some kind of a nervous breakdown. I can tell you.
Yeah,
that.
but.
And just because he doesn't have a history of mental health issues doesn't mean he never had mental health issues.
I hope it's just...
You have to be crazy to just shoot people at random.
I mean, yeah, dude. I hope that is just a blip in an otherwise better society. But anyway, yeah, I'll be watching that. Like, that's crazy. I text my mom. She probably doesn't even know.
All right, the next thing, the next segment.
Yeah.
Have you heard Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban are getting a divorce?
Babe. I'm not going to lie. I heard it and I was like, is there any hope for any of us?
Well, so the thing is, there's reports that Nicole Kidman is pissed off about a particular aspect of her divorce.
Okay.
So Keith Urban apparently used to be a drug addict.
Right.
And so when so when Nicole married him, one of the terms that they set up in their prenup was that for every year that he remained sober, he's going to get like $150,000. And that was like an incentive for him not to...
From her?
From her.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know who came up with the genius idea, but like that was the deal.
Right.
Good on him for like whatever years. He didn't do any drugs.
Right,
he was sober.
Yeah.
So that bill is like $5 million or something.
Jesus.
And now that they're getting divorced, she has to pay up $5 million on top of the divorce settlement.
Dude.
And she's not saying this publicly, but like TMZ claims that aides close to her are saying that she is saying that this is being used against me, where I set this up for him to not relapse into drug use.
Yeah.
And that is being used to basically take a bunch of money for me, which he doesn't deserve.
Dang. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Oh, shit. Oh, man. I mean, you know what? I feel like they're both in such money that, like...
Is Keith Urban in such money? Dude, I can imagine Nicole isn't a lot of money.
Man, I think she's like... I think he's like sells out stadiums. I think.
I think that's just based on the fact that he's Nicole's husband.
She's definitely more famous.
Dude, Keith Urban is like, yeah, I know he's a famous country singer, but he's famous for being married to Nicole Kidman.
Come on, give him the money. He deserves it. He did his time. He didn't do any drugs. He's poorer than you. Come on, let him have it.
But I'd imagine not by a lot.
Yeah.
Either way, I do
What do you
feel.
reckon? I reckon let him have it. Let him have it.
Well, I mean, she clearly did put in that thing. I'm sure when she look, I also feel bad for Nicole Kidman because like she was one of the most famous people on. She still is,
She's
but
still
like
killing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like she's now appearing in like weird Amazon MILF movies, right? You know,
Really,
as opposed to like
big star.
yeah. So I'd
she
imagine.
grew up
so-
right near where I did. She was like grew up down the road. Where
Oh,
I'm from.
really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. So what I'm trying to say is I'd imagine when she put in this term in the contract, it was nothing for her. $150,000 a year.
Oh, now.
But now I'd imagine like
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
something.
Yeah,
So
that's
there's
true.
that aspect of it.
I wonder if he would just be. Maybe he'll just be like, "Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to worry about it."
Apparently he's not doing that.
Shit,
Yeah.
really? Surely there's a way. Surely, like, he can just go. Just give me half. Give me half. Is that like not a thing? Would one do that? Just
Yeah, but that would be so unfair for Nicole if he gets half.
Yeah, because it's just do nothing then. Like
I
all or
suppose like
nothing.
what like okay, if this happened in Australia, I can tell you what would have happened is that the period where they're married in the last 18 years, any money that they collectively made would go half.
Yeah.
Or if someone has like majority of the kids' custody, then it might be like 60-40.
Right.
Depending on it all depends on like who's earning what. I'd imagine in this case, Nicole Kidman still probably is earning. Like, holy shit! Look who it is. Hey, you were supposed to be in hiding, editing, and now they all know.
He needs
You're slacking.
He needs that hit. He's working, all right. He'll be here.
He's working,
We'll
he's
have another pod tomorrow or
Yeah.
something, the day after.
Day after.
We're upping our pods, but yeah, no, that's fair. I wonder how much she's still probably killing it, man.
Yeah, dude, she is not poor. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
she can make money. I
Dude,
mean,
I'm more just sad that they're breaking up. I thought they were such a nice couple.
yeah, but dude, like Hollywood couples, this is
They're 20 years old together.
20 years is like 50 years.
Do they have kids? Yeah.
Yeah, they got kids. Apparently, they live in Nashville, where the kids will continue to live. So I'd imagine that Keith Urban will get some.
I'm just like, maybe there's a correlation between them splitting up in this mass shooting.
Yeah,
Maybe he saw that. Was like,
that was
it.
the last straw of humanity.
Yeah. That is. I still think they're like. I don't know. I was always just like, aren't they sweet? It's nice to see two Aussies, even though their accents have sort of changed. It's
Yeah.
nice
Well,
to
they
see
live
them.
in Nashville.
Yeah. Take him. Like, good luck to both of them. Good luck to both of them.
Did you know what really? When Hugh Jackman got divorced, I thought that was the end of humanity.
Hugh Jackman, come on though, he's gay, right?
Yeah, but that usually means you're going to be a good husband.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When did they get divorced?
A while ago. But I just thought like because
That's-
Hugh Jackman was such a nice person. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what he is like. I don't know him.
No. Apparently,
But, like,
he's like the nicest.
Yeah, well, like,
person.
I've seen. I used to love that man. I've seen so many interviews of his. He seems like such a nice person. And
he
his
is.
wife,
I think he is.
and he was in like so that breakup. It took a piece of me.
Damn, that was just like. Was that when you were in Australia too? So
Yeah, this was like a 2-3 years or whatever, like 4 or 5 years. I've
Poor
been in Australia for a
Hugh.
long time now.
Yes, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, and
Poor
so that was.
Hugh.
But I just imagine like Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban. I know they were like stereotypically a perfect couple, but I kind of
You saw it
assumed that-
coming?
I didn't see it coming, but I'm not shocked.
Damn, I'm so shocked. I was just like, no way, because they just seem like that sort of like. I remember when they got together and he was like, he saved her from Tom Cruise, this like superficial weird Scientology guy, and he's just like, oh, I'm just a good Aussie bloke, you know, like I don't know, maybe. I suppose some relationships just have their run. Maybe like they are.
Yeah, dude.
good.
I think
Maybe
in
they're on
Hollywood they definitely do. They
Yeah,
have
do you reckon
their
that's a
run.
Hollywood thing? But he wasn't in Hollywood. He's like a guitarist.
Yeah, showbiz.
Saying it's showbiz. Maybe they're on okay
And she
terms.
is Hollywood.
She is massively. Yeah. But maybe they're on good terms. Damn, that would be hilarious. Most divorces are not like that. It would be so funny to be in a divorce where like one guy might be getting a fat payout and one girl is gonna do fine either way. Might be a bit pissed to lose 5 mil, but it's not the end of the day. It's not the end of the world. Like,
yeah, that's true.
funny.
I think both of them will survive.
I think they'll be fine.
They'll be able to pay their rent.
Yeah. I don't think they've paid rent in a long time.
I think a lot of people pay them rent.
Yeah, exactly. And they will keep paying.
All right, look, last segment.
Thanks for joining us, by the way.
Yeah. Last segment, AI and James Cameron. So we were talking about this a bit on the pre-show. James Cameron's come out and he said that AI is getting a bit too intense.
Yeah.
And apparently there'll be a disclaimer when his next Avatar movie starts where like none of the images are like AI created or something. He's doing them. And he is saying that now you've reached a point with AI where you can essentially make photographic stuff. Where like it'll seem like literally a photograph.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he's sounding alarm.
I have heard that there's AI that is taking the likeness. I've seen it. It like takes it film. In fact, I think it was him talking about it. There was examples showing there's certain shots like bullet time and like zooming into an eye and like all these kind of style, like particular shots that can take the likeness of a real life actor, sort of pretty much make it accurate representation of them, and then basically it's a film. AI can just make a movie with the likeness of someone pretty accurately. It at least can execute a bunch of shots accurately from a prompt. It's like, it's crazy.
What do you think about this? This is like, I'm not the one to suggest this. This has been said before, but I think we should make a law where if AI is used ever in any capacity, there should always be a disclaimer saying that this is AI.
Definitely.
It has to be. Like smoking, like cigarettes.
Yeah.
You know how cigarettes have a disclaimer? This can cause cancer. Every time there's AI music or there's AI thing on screen, there should be a disclaimer on the side, AI generated. I think if you do that, then it's fair.
Yeah. I think if it's like obviously AI, like that uncanny valley shit where it's just extremely obvious and it's kind of done.
But maybe to you, but some boomers believe all sorts of crazy shit.
That's true.
So like, I think you need that disclaimer every time.
That's true.
I think if you don't put it, then you should be prosecuted.
I think that this always happens on the crux. This is what I like personally on the crux of these kind of like big technological changes. In the early stages, there's kind of a way to use it creatively in that it's still in its infancy and it kind of looks crap, and then that can be used as a cool creative tool because of the aesthetic. It kind of looks like there's an artist UMO and he did an AI video clip, but it's so obviously AI. It's like it was using it intentionally as a stylistic thing.
I know. Well, like, if you don't want to put a full disclaimer, then have like a symbol.
But no.
You know, like how if you copyright a particular trademark, it has that R registered.
Like a watermark.
Yeah, like a watermark. Just have a watermark.
I think that's not bad. But my point is like in the early stages, which we're already moving away from, so it's redundant. I'm like, no, it can be used coolly. Like if there's a generator that's like looks kind of aesthetically cool and like because it's kind of crap still, I wouldn't be adverse to maybe making a video that's AI and just obviously saying it is. It's just like an experiment. But when it's starting to get to the point where it's looking undistinguishable, then you've got like copyright law, like infringement, like basically like taking someone's original idea and training AI on that without paying the person who created it. When it's starting to get realistic, I 100% agree. It's like, dude, this is getting crazy because soon there won't be. I'm worried that it's like no need for original music, no need for original film, no need for original art. I mean, maybe the human element will always attract people, but it's like attacking that so viciously that it's like, yeah, I agree. It has to be more than that. I really don't like it. It's weird. It's a scary. I saw this great meme that was like AI was supposed to, or like machines was supposed to take out my rubbish and do my washing and whatever. Not while I do art. Not doing my art while I take out the rubbish and I do the washing. The AI is doing the art now. It's really weird. And like, dude, I'm I've got skin in this. Like I've spent maybe $5,000 making an album that probably potentially no one will hear apart from you, potentially the lovely fans of the Friendly
sure
George
it'll be a hit.
who are very supportive. And I don't do it for that reason, but it's weird, man. It's weird. It's
That's the world we're living in. Hopefully, our legislation can keep up with how rapidly AI is changing.
I mean, I will say this: it's not a boring world we're in.
It's not a boring world.
It's like exciting and crazy, and there's things happening.
Interesting times. And I would say that I wish that it was boring times.
I lament the boring times where you just could paint a painting, and I'm definitely starting to really think of getting back on. There's this thing called a brick, and it's like it can block you out of socials. I'm not into how social media now is just being like, look at Michael Jackson stealing chicken tenders. I'm like, I'm good. I'm
sure.
It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we? We're neither of us are gaining anything anymore. Let's just stop, you know. So but man, I don't know.
Yeah.
But let us know in the comment. In fact, I want to know what you think about the AI thing, because there's when
I want to know what you think about us.
and do you like us? Especially the guy who was saying I'm a sellout and a cunt. Do you like us?
Make sure you make it abundantly clear what you feel about us.
Yeah, very
in the comments.
clear. Just don't hold back. But,
don't hold back at all.
Because the UMO video clip, right? It got a lot of heat. He got a lot of shipping. Like, you could have paid an artist to do this, but then he actually caved and said, "Look, if there's someone that wants to recreate this with their own spin on it, I will pay an artist to do it." It wasn't about the money for him because he's like doing well. I think
that's an easy way. Like, either way, it doesn't matter. Like, you shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. It's but I think
stop justifying it.
But it was a blip.
If you normalize it, you legalize it.
No, dude, it was a blip to be like, oh, he's experimenting. But if it became more realistic, I'd be like, no, that's fucked. That is not cool. That's not cool, you know.
There you go, guys. That was the episode for today. We'll see you guys in a couple of days.